All right, welcome to ETN News. We got to bring this to your attention. We got a 3.9 east southeast of Ontario, California. This is not Canada, this is California. And it's 3.1 miles deep. But before that one, we had the 3.5, 3.7 miles deep. So if you look it up on foreshocks, you would understand more about it. When you got a foreshock like this, higher than that earthquake, you're vulnerable for another foreshock, even bigger, or it could transfer to another area. Let's go look at this earthquake and see where it's located. Okay, you can see it's right in the city. And another thing that I want to point out, do you see the fault lines here? That's the red hill fault line. And we got the other fault line down here, Central Avenue fault. What's right here in this area? You have to have a fault before you can have an earthquake. You can't have an earthquake without a fault line, and you can't have a fault line without magma. So what's in this spot right in the city? All right, now here is where they're spreading out. You can see how they're spreading out toward the north, the 3.9. So it went from the south down here and went up north, but it's still right in the city part. You see all these homes and things. You can't have a earthquake without a fault line. You can't have a fault line without a magma flow going through there. It's common sense. I mean, it's just the way the earth works. But we draw this back and you can see where the earthquakes are located going northward. This 3.9, but that was a foreshock. So we got to watch for larger activity or a transfer to some other area. And like I said last night, we could watch for larger activity down through here and toward the east because we had that earthquake building. Looked like 6.0 or greater. Should hit any time, maybe. But not right here. But we had a 5.7 on down South America, so that may have took off the pressure, a lot of the pressure. So this here, we got to watch this. Got to keep an eye on this. 3.9. And you can see right here, I hate to flash this, but you can see right here where it's around, all this down through here. I mean, that's a bad area, a real bad area. It's not safe. None of this is safe. Even Nevada, no one's safe in Nevada now. It's getting so bad. Now they're going to do all that mining, northern Nevada. Yeah, it might be worth a lot of money, but you know what happens. You got to look at the after effects of what's going to happen in the future before you go doing something like taking off a mountain just for money. It's not all about the money. We got life here on this earth. Human life. We're not all a bunch of robots or nothing. But anyway, we got this swarm here. Let's keep an eye on that. Watch for another foreshock or a transfer to another area. Let me go over here and see if I can see something over here and make sure that nothing else is going on before we jump off of here. There's the 3.9. Oh yeah, we had the 4.3, I think. Let me click on this before I can tell what's going on with it. That's the 3.9 at the geysers. This is California geysers. I showed you this area here maybe a week ago of how they're doing down there, all that drilling, thermal, and all that, and going around in a big circle. It's going to cause damage. It's going to cause a weak spot. But a 4.3, east southeast of the geysers, California, minus 0.1 miles deep. 2.7 northwest of Stanley, Idaho, and the 2.7 Markleysville, California. 2.7 east-northeast of Tilden, Texas, 6.2 miles deep. Never heard of, I never reported in that spot, I don't think. Got a 3.3 up here, I've reported there before. Okay, now let's see what we got on the 2.5s and greater. Watch a couple flashes here. The 2.5s and greater on this side, and 4.2s and greater over here around Japan. We got 5.2. Wow, 238.6 miles deep. That is deep for earthquake at Japan. And we got the faults coming in junction right here. The main faults. 5.1. This one down here, the 4.5. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on in Australia on that. Can't figure that out. And we're still looking for another quake. Should be right here in the middle of the two islands in New Zealand. But this 4.5 in Australia, Denman, Australia. Something funny about that. And they got a lot of drilling down there. A lot of working activity down there too. Yeah, I showed this before. They're mining and things right through here. The earthquake is up on this end in the middle of all of these. Well, they would have to be mining under the ground, and then it would collapse and cause an earthquake, but that wouldn't be the case here because the 4.5, that's too big for a mining break to fall in or something. It wouldn't jar that much, and it wouldn't be 5 miles deep. That's a little too deep, even for deep mining. I live in coal country myself. And this here, I don't know what all they're doing down here, but something has to be doing some drilling. Somebody has to be doing some drilling or something very deep to cause an earthquake right here in the middle of all three of these work areas. Let me back this up a little bit. You can see how exactly it's made. And every time a lot of drilling goes on, how come it's close to the cities? They drill right near the cities every time. Cities, populated areas. But anyway, that's just a question. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next updates. And I remind you that I'm trying to promote my channel, and they sent me a heating pad to try out, so I'm going to be honest about it and try it out. It would be very nice if you would watch the 3-minute video when I do it today or tomorrow. And, YouTube pays, they pay YouTube to do it. And I try it out, and I get to keep the product. So, for doing it, and YouTube would promote, I think they will promote my channel out to new viewers just so they could get that viewed. And then I would get subscribers, and it would help the channel. So if you can help out by viewing, that would be very helpful. I'll see you on the next update. Everybody stay safe, and we'll be watching.